Okay, so you had how many abortions?
I had 4 abortions.
Okay, and tell me about that experience. Was that a good thing or a bad thing?
It was a bad thing.
Okay, how bad on a scale of 1 to 10?
10.
10. Would you recommend abortion to anybody?
I would not recommend abortion for women
For any reason?
for any reason.
What about to save the mother's life?
To save the mother's life, I think nowadays there's ways that surgery can be done, you know, to save a woman and the child, but even, you know, that's such a vague kind of term, I wouldn't know, but...
Oh, well, you're right, because there actually isn't any situations today with today's medical technology where the woman's life is ever in danger.
Yes.
You know, there's the ectopic pregnancy, but in order to prevent that, you don't use an abortion procedure. They clip the fallopian tube. That's not an abortion procedure.
Correct, correct.
Okay, so you're a pro-life activist now?
I'm a pro-life activist.
Okay, and how much time do you put into it? Is it like a full-time effort?
It's a full-time. I work 8 hours a day, sometimes on the streets, sometimes on college campuses, sometimes just in front of the computer.
Okay, so why are you a pro-life activist?
I feel that it's my responsibility for the experiences that I had with my abortions. I feel it's my responsibility towards my fellow woman to tell her and to educate her on what it is going to happen and the effects of what abortion will bring into her life.
What are the effects? Does abortion cause depression?
Yes, abortion causes severe depression.
What about suicide? There's some study that says that like 60% of women who had abortions contemplate suicide. Were you one of them?
I was one of those that contemplated suicide. I did not want to go through with the abortion. I would have liked to have done anything else except going into that clinic for the 3rd time to have an abortion.
Okay.
The depression, I'd have to say...
I thought you said you had 4 abortions. You said the 3rd time.
The 3rd time I had my abortion is when I contemplated suicide.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so you went into the abortion clinic willingly,
Well, I'd have to say not every one of them was willingly.
Really?
The first time, my first abortion was just, I was 18, and I really didn't know what was going on within my body. And I just went to have an abortion. I didn't make a fully informed consent. But the 2nd and the 3rd and the 4th abortions, I did have a heavier sense what I knew what I was doing.
So you're saying is that it slowly started dawning on you, slowly, a little bit at a time later in life. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
What do you mean? What do you mean you in your first abortion you didn't have full consent? What do you mean by that?
Well, I wasn't fully informed on what was growing inside
okay.
of me.
All right. So the abortion clinics, do they give you all the information that the patient needs to know, all the risks and benefits and all that?
Well, no, my first abortion was in the Ala Moana Hospital in Hawaii, and I didn't know anything about that particular one. But the next 3 were at abortion clinics, and the only really information that they gave you was a 4 to 6 minute video and showing you the abortion procedure, not graphically, but just, you know, you're going to have cramping, you're going to have a heavier blood flow, you're going to feel nauseated, and we'll give you some Tylenol for that. But the stuff that I know now about what happens in an abortion and what happens after an abortion, that's the information that they do not give you. They hold it from you because they know that women would go running out of the clinic if they did.
You said they showed you the abortion procedure.
No, just a very sterile 4 to 6 minute video, not anything that was moving.
They didn't show any fetus?
No, they did not show.
They didn't show like a still ultrasound?
No, no.
What did they show?
They showed just typed.
Oh, just words.
Hi, this is, you know, a woman in a nurse's uniform saying, "Hi, you're here today because you're going to have an abortion, and these are sort of things you're going to encounter. This is what you're going to do. This is what you'll encounter during the procedure, and then this is what will happen after the procedure." But it was very sterile and it was very dry in its presentation. It was not graphic at all.
So they're withholding a whole bunch of information, vital information,
Yes.
the basic stuff that you need to know.
Yes.
The fundamental question is this a life or not, right?
Yes.
And so they skipped that part.
Yeah, because it would hurt their bottom line. Women thinking women that are strong and capable of making their own decisions, they're afraid of those kind of women giving them too much information.
Is it a fair statement to say that the abortion clinics are tricking women into killing their very own babies?
Yes,
Okay.
it is a fair statement.
Would you say that tricking women to killing their very own babies is the worst violation of women's rights this
Yes.
country has ever known?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you feel the need to warn other women not to make the same mistake you did?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Why is that?
Well, in this day and age where people like to be informed and make conscientious decisions on things that are going to alter their life, like marriage, like buying a house, having an abortion is going to change your life. It's going to change the whole fabric of who you are as a woman.
And in a negative way?
In a negative way.
In an extremely negative way?
Well, you don't even, it is extremely negative. When you're killing your own offspring, it is an extremely negative thing. And I, as a woman, I just want to be able to impart to other women to slow down and make a completely informed decision through the use of...
You think the abortion clinics are actually manipulating, as a person who's had 4 abortions, been a patient 4 times over having an abortion, would you say that they're really manipulating their patients?
They have to. They have to manipulate their patients because if women actually knew what was growing inside of them and what the child looks like, they, again, unless you're completely hardened of heart...
For a mother to lose an unborn child?
Through abortion.
Through abortion, yes.
It's painful. And it's not something, some women know it instantly, and some women, it takes a couple of years.
Enough to cause depression, right?
Yes,
Not painful enough to cause depression.
Correct.
All right.
For me, it wasn't until 22 years later that I understood what it is that I did.
That's very interesting. All right, I want to thank you very much for your time and for your truthful testimony. God bless you.
Thank you.